There's the original sunroof shade from Nissan. Mine started breaking, so I started using JB Weld, and it gave it a couple more years, but it's totally done for now. So here is the replacement sunshade prototype made out of marine grade plastic. So there's a couple tolerances that can vary. So the front brackets and the mounting holes are glued onto the sunroof glass. So the original sunshade had large brackets to slide back and forth, and they had slots for the thumb screws. So there's a huge margin of error for that. So that's one little thing I got to work around trying to make this this prototype in a production model. So I got a solar panel on the back of this, the Goal Zero Nomad 14, which I don't recommend for this project. I'm going to go with the Nomad 7 Plus, and I'll be able to fit two of these, one on either side, which works out better for what I've got planned. So right now I've got the Goal Zero 14 Plus kind of on an angle because it won't fit flat. And I got a cable running on down, and you got this indicator and a plug. So in order to charge a battery pack, I've had to use an additional cable and plug the battery pack into that. Then this can sit here all day and charge, and then during a night or a camping trip or an event, I just grab the battery pack and go, which works out pretty well, but it's a little clumsy. And a kind of a step up from that, what I got on the dash here, I got a Goal Zero Nomad 10. It's really heavy duty, and they got this little flip, so I can just unplug that, and I got portable USB power on the go. So I like this. As a great option where it's in your vehicle and it charges throughout the day, and you grab it when you need it and you take off. And it kind of works, but it slides around. So now we're going to have a solar panel and a battery pack and a light all incorporated in this. So I tried to reutilize original hardware and have the dimensions the same, as an extra room up there so that I can breathe. But it really just isn't working out, and it's getting really complex, getting really heavy. So I went with a single piece of plastic that's going to have cutouts, milled and routed, and holes so that it will slide on to the front hooks, and you'll be able to screw in to the mounting holes mounted on the glass. And this gives you a little bit of extra room, for a little bit extra headroom, and we'll be able to mount some stuff in here. Now, the original little thumb screws here are plastic. It only gave you like 2 or 3 threads, and these wore out. And unfortunately, I can't find more of these. So we have to go to metal to be able to support a little bit additional weight. So I cut these down, and I think I'm going to maybe grind this out and change it out so that I'll have metal threads on original hardware, so you got that muscle memory and that familiar touch, except we're going to change out to metal so it'll support a little bit more weight. And my idea here, so the Nomad 14 Plus has this long cable, so I got that running on down over to the dash, and then stuff's loose and it still slides around when you're driving and take a hard turn, you might go out the window. So it's not quite ideal. My next idea is we're going to take a USB power bank and we're going to mount this on here, and it'll be you can disconnect it and snap it back in. And the Nomad 7 Plus has a really short cable, so I'm going to mount this where it can reach, and we'll have one on either side, one over here, 2 solar panels, 2 power banks. This is going to be great because it also gives you additional light source. So rather than the stock lights, which are fairly dim, and it gives you like enough light to see inside the vehicle and see what's going on. You just get in and get out, but you really can't like dig around and see something on the floor. You really can't work in your vehicle if you're working out of your vehicle. So this will give you 64 lumens of bright white LED light. And for mounting, I'm thinking something like an OtterBox, how it just kind of has this belt clip. You can drop it in and it snaps and locks. And that's not coming out. That's in there really good. So I'm going to make a mount out of plastic, something like this, where you can snap your Goal Zero Venture 30. You can just mount it up right here. Now I like this because it's for camping and outdoor use and whatever else. It's a pretty good power bank. It's got a USB, 2 USBs, and a mini that it charges from. And it's got a power indicator, and you got your super bright light. So kind of like a flashlight, except you can go up or down with it. So I'm going to mount that. And you got extra internal lights, which can run for hours and hours. So if you're working out of your vehicle, you don't want to use your vehicle lights. So we got this extra light that's not going to be tapped into your car battery. So you don't have to ever worry about running your lights down, killing your battery, not being able to start. So it's a secondary power system. So your solar panels on the top side of this are going to be charging this bank, and then you've got a second source for using lights, or you just grab the whole USB power bank and off you go to your event, going camping, wherever you want to go. You take this with you, and it's like incorporated into your vehicle. So you're just going to snap it back in, plug it back in, let it charge for a couple days, couple weeks, and you'll forget about it. And when you need it, when you need portable power out of your vehicle, you grab it and off you go. So that is the replacement sunroof shade that I'm working on. It's going to be mostly handmade. Might be selling this off Etsy or the Nissan forums. Yeah, I like it, and it's going to be a great product and a great replacement, and hopefully it's not going to cost too much.